Hi, I'm CYN, and you're watching AMBY.
Hey everyone, it's Alicia, and I'm so excited to be here with CYN today. Hello!
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for joining me. How are you?
I'm good, really excited. My second time in Toronto, but last time I was here, I was, I think, 9 years old, so
it doesn't really count, right?
No, and I'm really loving being here, even though it's a little gray and rainy, but it's nice to feel like I'm in the city.
Were you walking around a little bit at all today? Have you had any time? Or?
Not really, but this morning I did walk and grab breakfast. And,
A nice little trip, though.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Well, today you're kicking off this new tour with Sigrid right here in Toronto at the Velvet. So are you just really stoked for everything that's to come?
Yeah, I'm so excited. I've got some new songs that I'm playing. I'm obviously really excited to see Sigrid's set. And just connect with people throughout the United States and be on stage. Yeah, I'm excited.
I loved how on your way back to LA, you were actually, as you said, forcing your bandmates to listen to the Disney soundtrack for Fantasia.
Yes, I did that.
Did they love that, or were they not so into it?
Well, we were talking. We ended up having conversations.
Gotcha.
So I think we, I don't know, they wanted to, they weren't distracted. It was like, time to talk about stuff now that Fantasia was on. But it helps me relax. I think it's really beautiful, actually.
Is that one of your go-tos for van rides?
Actually, yeah.
It really is? It really?
And then at one point I was like, you guys can just put on whatever. And then they put on Kimbra. And then I put my headphones on and kept listening to Fantasia. Not that I don't love Kimbra, but I wanted to listen to Fantasia at that moment.
Okay. Is it kind of like a go-to thing when you're driving for Disney, or is that the exception? Are you a big Disney fan when it comes to soundtracks?
Well, I mean, a lot of that stuff wasn't wrote by Disney. It was by like classical composers, so that's why I love it. But I love the Nutcracker and all of that stuff, and like Claire de Lune. So it just kind of helps me. I like to like put a soundtrack to my life, especially when I'm like looking out a window and driving, because we were driving from Las Vegas back to LA. Yeah.
What would you say the vibes are for Toronto? What's kind of like a soundtrack you could envision for the city?
Well, Toronto kind of reminds me of Chicago in a way.
Definitely.
And when I was living in Chicago, I liked to listen to a lot of jazz. So I'll probably, especially on a gray day, I'll put on jazz and walk around and listen to it. Yeah.
Well, aside from this tour being super exciting, right afterwards you're off to Mexico, where you'll be opening for Miss Katy Perry. And I know back, I think you said it was 2012, you saw her when you were 18 years old.
2011.
2011 it was,
yeah.
Okay. And you were in like 90th row. So
yeah,
you
but this was on like the third tier. Yeah, it was like $90, and that was my whole paycheck at the time.
So is everything just absolutely full circle for you? Like when you got the call or when you found out, hey, I'm going to be opening for this icon, you must have lost it.
Yeah, I did. I was screaming and jumping up and down, and now every now and then I like will be in an Uber and looking out the window and just kind of start crying because I'm so happy.
It's a big thing.
Yeah, I'm so happy, and you know, I really love my band as well. I'm just excited to get on stage with them and just have everything good and just connect with people. And Katy's a big mentor for me, and it means a lot that she asked me to come with her.
You mentioned connect with people a couple times already.
Oh.
So is that a big... Oh, and that's not a bad thing at all. It's fantastic that you want that with your fans. So it's a big thing for you after or before the shows, just going out, meeting everybody.
Yeah, I have a lot of fun, like just taking pictures or giving hugs to people, or just like hearing how my music connects with them after the show. But even while I'm on stage, like I love making eye contact with people, especially when they're singing along. It means so much to me. So that's what I'm looking forward to the most, is just watching people like out with their friends coming to listen to my music. Yeah.
Well, we've been talking about the concerts you were going to be playing, but what was the first concert that you ever went to as a fan?
I saw Jewel when I was...
Wow, that's a really good first gig.
Yeah, my mom took me, and I had to have been like 4 or 5 years old.
Okay.
And I remember not being able to see over any of the people standing.
Yeah.
And it was so beautiful. Like, I've been a huge fan of hers for a long time.
And you remember a lot of it from when you were
I do. I remember
a
lot of it. Well, she's the reason why I wanted to become a singer after going to that concert. And then my mom had her first album, the one that was released in like 95 or something. And And I listened to it in the car with my mom all the time, and then that's why I became a songwriter, because I was so inspired by that.
Oh my gosh, have you seen her since then? Like, since that one? Or you just
I haven't. But I'm trying to go to a festival in San Diego, and she's playing it.
Well,
so
I really hope that works out.
Oh my God,
for
I'm gonna freak out.
Well, I have some pre-tour tweets here that you sent out that I would love to hear a little bit more about. So the
always
first
get me
one,
on these ones.
The first one, it's nothing bad. Don't worry.
Oh, it's okay.
First one is, had a dream I was chilling with Lady Gaga. So what happened in this dream?
My dream about chilling with Gaga. You know, it was a few weeks ago. I can't exactly remember, but I think we were just hanging out somewhere, and she was like, "Yeah, girl, like you got it, you can do it, like whatever." And because I write with people who wrote with her in the past, and so I think about her often, and I think about how she is on stage, and I really want to have that kind of energy and lose myself in it. So I think that's what I was thinking about. And we were just talking like anybody would talk with anyone, and it was just advice and things like that.
It must feel pretty amazing to know that a dream like that to many people would be super far-fetched. But in your situation, I mean, you never know when something like that can happen.
You never know, but I used to have dreams like that before I was signed, before I knew Katy, before I had met any celebrity, and now it's maybe more normal, but I remember being younger and having those dreams and just wishing they were real.
Yeah.
And now they are, and and then you meet these people and you realize that they're just people. And that the most important people in your life are, your friends and your family, and not maybe a famous person.
Mm-hmm. Well, something that I wanted to bring up as far as the next week, this one really got me. It's advice for anyone aspiring. DMing someone is the absolute worst first impression.
Yeah, I think that sending a DM, I mean, look, if Pharrell DM'd me and was like, I want to work with you, that's different because it's Pharrell. But I think on...
Exception.
Yes, exception. But on a lot of people's websites and Facebook pages, there are things that say contact information.
Yes, of course.
And usually if, I'll receive a lot of the people reaching out, a lot of the inquiries, even if they're, a college student looking for someone to talk to for their homework assignment, I still get those things, and it's just so much easier and looks so much better if they go through, I don't know, my email or a manager's email or something, because it also just lets me know that they're serious, and then I'm more eager to reach out. Just feels better.
So if anyone wants to get a hold, don't DM.
Don't DM me. That's, you know the stigma behind that.
And then the last one I have here, which is my favorite one, it's raise your hand if everyone annoys you, and you have the little hand up emoji. So were you a little annoyed when you sent that out?
Yeah.
You were.
Sometimes I'm just like, oh my God, what's happening? I just read the craziest headlines, or I'm like on the sidewalk and I'm like, what is going on around here? But I just try to be tolerant. I really do.
Send out a tweet, let the frustration out, and
and also, the internet appreciates attitude. So things I would say on Twitter are probably not things I would say at a dinner. Like, raise your hand if everyone annoys you. Is not what I'm going to say at the dinner table.
They put down the song. They put their hands up, right?
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Okay. Well, on the music front, it's very exciting as well because All Right is officially out, and I love how it's just dance floor ready banger. Like, as soon as I heard it, it's a little bit more serious as far as the topic goes because I relate to it a lot, but I'm like, I really want to dance my ass off to this. Was that the intent originally when you went into writing, wanting to write a dance song?
No.
It wasn't.
I wanted something heavy and bass, and real bass. Like, the producer played that bass line in, so it's a real bass. I went into it thinking, I want to write a love song about people that turn out all right. And instead it turned into, a student turning out all right, or just anybody aspiring, turning out all right. And the whole love thing didn't turn out all right, so I'm glad it wasn't about that.
Okay. And it originally did actually come from you scanning through old report cards? Is that the truth?
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking back on the notes my teachers would write, home to my mom, which was like, oh, she would be great if she could just stop talking, or things like that. So that's how the verses came about, yeah.
Okay, well, I guess Can't Hold Her Tongue Still, that's a big part of it. And I love how you use that lyric in all of your social media handles. This sums me up pretty well. So Have you always just spoke your mind and been very forward all the time?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, same here.
Sometimes I go home and I'm like, oh, why couldn't you just be quiet? Like, sometimes I wake up, I'm like, okay, today, just be like, shh, just be easy and whatever, but I can't help it.
It never turns out that way.
No, it's just not me at all. Though I do try to, like, you know, not cause any problems.
Okay.
Try to be pleasant most of the time.
So it doesn't get you in trouble too often? Like, it's
No.
fairly... No? Okay.
Mm-mm. Not anymore. I don't get in trouble anymore. Though, yeah.
Oh, I feel like there was a little pass to that.
Well,
now.
I'm just very, I stick to my ideas and my, I don't do a lot of things that I don't believe in. So in that sense, I don't hold my tongue still, you know?
Well, you have a super eclectic mix of influences, so I wanted to play a little this or that, just to kind of get a vibe for who you're digging a bit more at the moment. So it's not like you're choosing your all-time favorites. That would just be cruel. So it's whoever you're digging more now. So the first one, we'll do Carole King or Robin?
Carole King.
Okay, how about Jewel or Doris Day?
Oh,
see, I knew this
she
would
did
be
it
hard.
to me. I'll go with, oh my god. I have to do Jewel because I knew Jewel first.
Okay. Alright, that's a good premise to base things off of. For the last one, Sinatra or Stevie Wonder?
Stevie Wonder.
Okay, that was quicker. See, not as difficult.
Right. Well, I really gravitate to people who write their own stuff. Not saying it's better or worse. It's just what I like to see in a person. Okay. And Stevie Wonder wrote a lot of incredible songs for himself and other people. And
absolutely.
Yeah.
Is that just because you can sense that's more genuine? Like, what is that where it comes from for you relating to it more?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, Frank Sinatra was very genuine in his performance as well.
Well, as I mentioned before the camera started rolling, here we not only interview musicians like yourself, but also wrestlers. So I was wondering, if you were to have that in-ring persona or gimmick, what do you think yours would be?
Well, can I have secret powers?
Oh, you can have whatever you want.
Okay, so sometimes my friends call me a little sleepy because I'm always, like, tired after I have, like, a glass of wine or something, like, at a party, and I just fall asleep. So maybe my wrestling name would be Lil Sleepy, which is also my rap name.
Lil Sleepy?
Yeah.
Like that.
And then maybe my wrestling power could be, like, to make someone fall asleep in the ring.
That is fantastic. Let's wrap things up. I do want to bring it to the fans. Is there anything you want to say to all those viewing? Because your fan base is amazing.
Aww. Yeah. I really appreciate them talking to me and supporting me, and especially I've had a lot of people saying that I'm going to do well on stage and for the Katy stuff, which there's going to be a ton of people there, so I get a little bit nervous. But also, I love doing this, and I'm so thankful that they're paying attention.
You're gonna absolutely kill it in Mexico. I mean, it's not even like it's a North American tour. It's in Mexico.
I know.
It's insane.
I need to learn a little bit more Spanish so I can talk to them. But yeah, I hear that the audiences in Mexico are incredible, and I've only been there a couple times and not like within the cities. So I'm excited.
Well, I wish you the best of luck with everything.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you.
And remember, to everybody viewing, you can visit us at alicia2.com for all exclusive interviews, features, videos, and so much more. See ya.